Hello again, I am Blunty, and that is a VAIO F-Series laptop from Sony. It will growl at you with its Intel quad-core i7 2.93GHz CPU, saddled with Windows 7 Home Premium in its 64-bit flavour, of course, and a 16.4-inch Full HD display, 6GB of RAM, half a gigabyte of hard drive space, spinning at a nippy 7200 RPM. It's a Sony, so you know it'll be packing a Blu-ray player and burner in there as well. And the pretty stuff on the screen gets churned out by an NVIDIA GeForce GPU, with its own gigabyte of VRAM. Lots of impressive sounding acronyms and numbers there. For those of you paying attention, you'll also have noticed that pair of 3D glasses right there. Yup, the F-Series VAIO is a full HD 3D laptop. But before we dive into the third dimension, let's take a quick tour. The first thing I noticed was the lack of an obvious touchpad panel. In fact, it does have one, of course. It just doesn't have obvious edges. Instead, it's a clean, smooth, edgeless surface, and the active touchpad area is defined only by a slight texture, which actually feels quite pleasant when you're using it. But it's very difficult to show off on camera for some reason, possibly some secret Sony stealth technology. The keyboard is the now common chiclet style keytops, and it feels very responsive to type on. The layout is clean and elegant and sensible, but personally it took me quite some time getting used to it because the main QWERTY section is off-center to where I'm used to it being, because this machine also has a full number pad as well. It's got the usual collection of hideous stickers to tell you all about what guts it has, and which you should peel off immediately upon purchase, because this is a very beautiful machine and lots of little stickers all over it make it look like an 8-year-old took it to school. There are some shortcut keys above the keyboard for assistance, turning on or off the 3D and calling up the VAIO software for quick launching of stuff. These keys are all but invisible. More stealth technology, I suspect. Same goes for the media control keys over the other side, which are there under my finger, I assure you. The Blu-ray drive is precisely where you'd expect it to be, along with a USB port and your audio in and out. The opposite side sports a power input, a vent for keeping your toasted sandwiches warm, a VGA port, a HDMI port, Ethernet, and 2 more USBs. And naturally there's a webcam up top of the screen as well. This is a big machine. It's not a huge machine, but it's a big machine. Make no mistake about it. This isn't a road warrior. This is the powerhouse that lives on your desk. Always. It's big. It's reasonably heavy, and when it's closed, it's not exactly full of smooth, clean lines that will slip in and out of a bag easily. It does, however, bear a rather remarkable resemblance to a PlayStation when it's closed. I suspect this is not an accident. The hinge is very solid, strong and smooth. The screen's going to stay exactly where you put it, but opening up the screen is definitely a two-handed job. So what about that 3D? Well, it uses active shutter glasses technology, which means you get full crystal clear high-def 3D, but it also means you have to wear this big, hideous battery-powered goggles. The good news is that if you also wear regular eyeglasses, these fit over them perfectly fine, no problem. Even if you look like you're about to perform science on the surface of the sun, they get the job done. The bad news is, of course, that I can't show you the 3D effect here on YouTube, so you'll have to take my word for it that it works perfectly fine, whether I was watching a 3D Blu-ray or looking at 3D photographs or watching downloaded 3D video files and 3D this and 3D that. If you've ever tried the active shutter glasses with a regular 3D TV, you'll know precisely what to expect, and you get the same benefits and trade-offs. Down to brass tacks, what we have here with the VAIO F-Series is a very capable desktop notebook computer with enough grunt and power for most folk out there. It's an elegant and attractive design that looks classy and feels solidly put together. The screen is fantastic, it feels nice to operate, and you've got the option of 3D content. Except for Windows driving me up the wall sideways so far, I was seriously tempted to put a face-shaped dent in my desk. It's really a nice bit of kit. And just like with 3D TVs, whether you think 3D is a gimmick or not, frankly, I enjoy it, and I consider having the option there, ready and waiting, to be a very nice thing. I mean, it's not like you're forced to use it just because it can do it, right, you 3D whinge trolls? One thing is for sure, 3D makes gaming even more fun. And this is a pretty nice laptop. Well, notebook. Desk notebook thingy. Thanks for watching. I'm Blunty, and I'll catch you next time.